But when you say it is this one, you are setting yourself up for a trap, you know. So Jimo is being very cautious. Good on you, Jimo. I didn't know that you were semantically so refined.
Heuristic refers to experience-based techniques for problem solving, learning, and discovery. Heuristic helps to reduce the number of alternatives from exponential number to polynomial number. And I believe that's a big advancement in computational algorithms. GAs are adaptive heuristic search algorithms. The NP versus P problem is actually like a Millennium problem. I'm not sure how much you guys are familiar with it. Which really addresses a question that says, can every computational problem whose solution can be verified in polynomial time be also solved in polynomial time? And we have two broad classes of problems like that. The first one is the P problems, which says P problems is a class of problems for which an algorithm can provide an answer in polynomial time. That is to say, the computer can solve the problem in polynomial time. NP problems are class of problems for which an answer can be verified in polynomial time if information about answers is available. The NP problems are divided into two classes of problems, the NP complete and the NP-I. The NP complete is the one with most concern. And it pretty much says if a polynomial algorithm were found for one of the NP problems, such an algorithm could be translated into algorithms for all of the NP problems. For example, if we have 10 sets of NP problems, and if we're able to solve the first one, we can use the same algorithm we used to solve the first one to solve the rest of the line. So a single algorithm could solve the rest of the algorithms, and that would be in the class of NP complete problems. An NPI problem is an easier part of the NP complete problem. An NPI problem doesn't even have to be in the NP category. The problem H is NPI if and only if there is an NP complete problem L that is polynomial time 2 real reducible to H. And this shows the diagram for the relationships between the NPI, NP complete, and P. And pretty much says, right now we don't know if NP equals to P. So we don't know if it's NP equals to P or P equals to NP. No one has proved it yet. But if someone is able to prove it, then we'll be able to go by that, to go by the one on the left. The one on the right pretty much says P and NP will be in the same class.
What do you believe in, Jimo? Left or right?
That's a tough question. Well, I want to believe in P equals to NP. I really want to believe P equals to NP. But if P equals to NP, then that means the computers are going to be very, very powerful. They can solve many, many problems. Almost every problem, it looks like.
Yeah, and to add to his comment just now, the 10 problems collapsing to one. Actually, about 25,000 problems collapse to one. Okay. So the world will change. Okay? Chelsea will not have to buy the chai and worship. It'll be automatically produced in an oven. Jimo won't have to reprogram his elephants. It'll automatically be programmed. Krishna doesn't have to go to heaven. Heaven will be here. Okay? So basically, I believe this. And I believe this, and hopefully I'll be the one. But not yet, not yet. This is very big. This is not like feeding your elephant with hay, okay? This is much bigger. But to add to the genetic algorithm's beauty, Cyrus Leventhal in 1965 said that Mother Nature knows how to fold proteins in milliseconds. We take centuries. So, like for example, the protein that folds Krishna into Krishna, the denatured state, the raw DNA, how it folds into Krishna is still a mystery. That's actually complete. The day we do that, we can recreate Krishna. Okay? I can say I have my own baby Krishna here. I can just take a sample of his hair and recreate it. So there's a lot in it, no? There's a lot in it, and I think the biological applications are probably the richest. Just imagine if you can recreate yourself, no? Just imagine Sarah, you who profess to read the Bible. Eternal life means what? After you die, you recreate yourself, right? Yeah?
Really?
So basically, if you do that, you create heaven and earth, right? Heaven and earth. That's a very big deal. They're giving $1 million prize, but I think this one is worth $1 trillion. Okay? And thanks, Jimo, for sucking up to me by spending 3 slides on this. Very good work. I like this topic. It is the highest intellectual command of the time. Okay? And the genetic algorithm is just the tip of the iceberg. But for those of you who don't understand this, all I can say is that, too bad, okay? Too bad. The best students understand it. So I would Google NP equals to P, or better still, ask Jimo, since he has acquired a wealth of knowledge, except he's on a heuristic search too. Go on.
Okay. Examples of NP-complete problems, just to elaborate a little bit more. The first one is like the simplest example, whereby you ask, does any of the subsets add up to 10, add up to 0? There's no single algorithm for that. There's no like a Pythagoras theorem or some kind of formula for that. You have to check. And you can imagine if you have like, this is just like 5, 6 numbers. If you have like 100 numbers, it could take forever. If you have like 1,000 numbers, it could take exponential time to solve this kind of problem. Another problem which is more related to finance and what we're doing is how you select 100 stocks out of 500 stocks. Like 500 choose 100. Probably gazillion. And another very common problem in business and finance.
This one here is actually very relevant to MSFE. Like, most people pick 40 stocks out of 5,000, right? No finance text teaches you how to do that. It's NP complete. I'll just send you an article by Neyman in Cow, 2000, which will prove that it's NP complete. It's a very hard article, so don't expect to understand it. But the fact is that if you ask your broker to pick 40 stocks out of 5,000, 5,000 choose 40, right? Which is a gazillion. Can't be done. So what do? You pick at random, right? That's not optimization, that's randomization. That's how the profession stands now. If you can pick the 40 optimally out of 5,000, you'll be a billionaire in no time. Okay? So just think about it. This is a very nice example. I like this one. Although I picked 40 out of 5,000. No? You can do that, you're a billionaire. And how many in this room can do that? Okay, I don't want to boast, but I can do it. Okay? Why am I not a billionaire? Not yet, not yet. Not yet. I will be. I will be soon. It's just that, when Confucius said, he who becomes a billionaire too quick will destroy himself. Can you imagine living in a house with 100 rooms? Huh? I haven't gone through billionaire training 101 yet. But for those of you who try, okay, keep trying. Who knows, Jimo might hit the heuristic that is the best. But go on, the next one's even more interesting.
Yeah, travel sales problem is a common problem, which basically addresses the question that what is one most efficient route a traveling salesman can take to visit all the cities in the sales area using the least amount of gas? An optimization problem. Like, how do you know which city to visit first, one to visit next? It's a problem that's not resolved.
What about the conjugate? The longest route, is that also hard?
The longest route? Just going around the outside? I think this like the simplified solution right now. You just going around the longest. I'm not sure if I got the question.
The conjugate is equally hard. By the way, some of you don't believe this, just try it, okay? Why? Because if there are 50 cities, there are 50 factorial ways, 50 minus 1 factorial ways of enumerating. And 50 minus 1 factorial is not computer accessible, okay? So that's why. So these problems are combinatorially impossible. And genetic algorithms is a heuristic way out. Okay, it won't get you the optimal, but it'll get you something better, sometimes pretty darn close. But a miss is as good as a mile, okay? A person who can do it all the time, okay? If you can pick 100 out of 500 every 15 minutes, you can be a billionaire. So, I don't think anyone knows how to do that. Even those who purport fancy theories like Andrew's team and Harry with all these high-powered lectures, I don't think you can do it. This is one of those problems that they have tried and they have failed. 200 years this thing has stood its ground. 200 years. So when will it fall? It's going to be interesting. Huh? It's going to be very, very interesting. So when this falls, we will have on Earth the same conditions as in heaven. 25,000 problems will fall. All for the better, okay? even we can recreate Krishna from its ashes, I don't know, maybe from air, no? Okay, so these are very interesting issues, and must thank Jimo. I don't know whether he did it to suck up to me or whether he did it because he really wanted to tell you. But go on.
Implications of genetic algorithm on NP problems. Currently, there are a lot of progress being made in using GAs to solve NP-complete problems. I mean, people are doing all kinds of research. The main methods used involve identifying conical NP-complete problems with better GA representations and hoping to solve that one problem and later on map the problem onto the rest of the problems, just as Dr. J said earlier. Implications of NP problems in finance. Dr. Maiming from NYU Poly, he made a proposition that if
Hey, wait a minute. Chelsea, don't forget to ask Owana, no? Whether she knows what NP equals to B is. Huh? Hey, Chelsea, make sure you ask her this, okay? Don't bring my name into it. Say, what kind of a mathematician are you? You don't know NP equals to P. And then Jimo, you attack also.
Dr. Manning from NYU Poly made a proposition that even only if NP equals to P, the market is deemed efficient.
There you are. Based on that paper, I created a journal of algorithmic finance where he's the managing editor and the deputy. And based on that journal, we have some interesting algorithmic finance papers. Look at our website, http://algorithmicfinance.org. Take a look at the website. I'll send it on the email. But the fact is that people would argue with me that what's this got to do with finance? Well, maybe showed that only if NP equals to P, markets are being efficient. So I told Farmer, I said, Professor Farmer, not yet. Wait till I come and do the necessary. He's mad at me because if I'm right, he is so wrong, okay? He's already assumed markets are efficient. Huh? He's like Krishna, assumes heaven is there because you have access to it. No. You have to prove it, okay? So NP equals to P is a big one. It directly affects finance. How did you get this paper? Did I send it to you? No. Very good, very good.
In this for optimization problem, I mean, I already talked about picking selecting stocks from a basket of stocks. And the Boltzmann machine. Boltzmann machine is a stochastic recurrent machine capable of blending internal representation and solving difficult combinational problems. Solutions to NP-complete problems can also resolve computational limitations posed by the Boltzmann machine. And Boltzmann machine is actually something that was gotten from the Boltzmann equations. The Boltzmann equation is just basically talking about the distribution of particles in rarefied gas. Similar to Brownian motion, but not quite Brownian motion. And that's the formula for the energy equation. The energy function of Boltzmann machine can actually be transformed to a portfolio selection problem solving equation. And the shortcoming obviously is that when the number increases, the computational time takes forever. So what do you guys think? Is NP equals to P?
There was a survey done 10 years ago, 61%